Hi, YouTube friends.
We're the Dead Talkers, Patricia,
Beverly,
Annalie.
and we're here to do another review, an episode of The Walking Dead, episode 15.
East.
Yes, East.
I'm just excited that I actually remembered.
I had no idea.
Okay, so
So, what did you guys think about?
again, for me, another episode that I truly enjoyed. It was getting us where we
Wonderful.
need to get to. I hate that, we're just got one more to go, but
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I will start with saying, here we are waiting for Glenn to die. We just keep expecting, I kept expecting an arrow or a bullet to hit Glenn in the head. The whole episode, I was just like, this is it. No, that's not it. This is it. So every time Glenn was in the screen, I was
you think
like,
he was gonna die? Because he didn't have any kind of die. Well, I guess kind of. But I mean, I was thinking that for sure Glenn is going to die at some point. But now I'm beginning to think that he's not going to get his comic book death like I thought he was. Because up until now, no one has. So I'm rethinking that. And I'm not very comfortable with who may take his place.
Yeah. Yeah.
but then there's Maggie. What is happening with the baby?
I
What's
think
happening?
she's just having, a couple, some, minor, maybe some Braxton Hicks.
What do you
It's
think?
too early. And also, no on the Braxton Hicks because that was some severe, intense pain.
Well, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things, because for those of us that have read the comics, we know that there's certain things that's going to happen to put things in play. And I think that's just one of those things, her having complications. She's going to need a doctor. Denise is dead, so where's the doctor?
Yes.
So I think that's just.
And
gonna
what I
get
was
her to the
thinking was
hotel.
zombie baby, zombie baby, zombie baby. Oh my gosh, how are they going to save her life if the baby dies, or it's stillborn? What happens to Maggie? It's like,
If you have a zombie
no.
Is it
baby
dead
in your
inside?
and then it
It
eats
eats
you
the
from the
way out.
inside.
Ew. Now I don't even think
that's what
Walking Dead would
Lori.
go there.
No, Lori said that. That was
Yeah, she did
Lori's
say
fear
that was
when
one of
she
her
was getting ready to
fears.
have Judith. She was saying,
Yeah.
what if the
Yeah.
baby dies?
Wow,
What
it is
happens to me?
sad.
And I think now we're looking at that again with Maggie. And when Maggie was on the floor, I was saying, oh.
Well, I mean,
This is
her
not
baby's
good.
not. It's the size of a little.
Yeah, I mean
it's not gonna be
it's
able to
not
do any
that-
damage,
How
even if it did.
big does it have to be?
I think it has to be pretty big
Okay,
to eat a human.
all right. Maybe you're right about that, and we'll just see what happens.
Although
in
you
that
wouldn't have to
pregnancy.
eat the whole human.
Well, you'd have to eat a significant
just-
portion to cause a lot of damage to cause the death. I mean, you got to eat through some
A
stuff.
bite
Yes.
from a zombie is it.
Oh yeah, she'd get sick. Yeah, she'd get sick and die. You're right.
Yeah.
But
But anyway, it starts out with like a little review of all the different
Oh, yeah.
couples.
yes, I like that. That was cutesy, kind of
Yeah.
cutesy, but then something is gonna happen. It's gonna crush all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it's kind of started out that way, because I kept thinking, well, that couple, he's dead, and that couple, she's dead, and that couple, he's dead.
And, they're
And that
gonna be
couple,
dead.
well,
Yeah.
that couple hasn't even gotten together yet, so he has to die in order for them to be together. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just,
But yeah, I was thinking that this
it
is
was
wonderful.
exciting. It was
You know?
exciting. We're getting down to the wire.
Yeah.
This next episode is the season finale, and we're so excited about it. We can't wait to see it because we know that a lot of very significant things are going to happen and
Yeah.
leave us hanging all the way till next season. That's how they kind of do it.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so then
Yeah.
so you have Carol. We knew she had left last episode, and you get to see her preparing and planning to do that.
What's his
and is
name
she
again?
cut? Is she
Tobin.
shot? Is she injured? Is she bleeding? We don't know what happened between her and the guy next to the car.
Right. Okay, but yeah,
Okay.
Carol, and she's left, and she took the car.
As soon as we saw her getting stopped out, and when she was starting the whole
Crying.
the,
She
the
was
crying,
yeah.
the fake thing that
I
she
believe
does.
that cry was
I don't think
real.
that's fake.
I think the
agree.
crying was real.
Yeah.
Because she didn't
She
want
doesn't
to.
want to kill them.
Because she didn't want to kill them. Well, but we all knew as soon as that whole thing started that she was going to mess them up.
Oh yeah. But I believe that obviously she told a fake name. She was faking helplessness,
Mm-hmm.
but the crying, I believe, was real.
Well, two things happen with that. You know, if you know about domestic violence, people who know the buildup is coming, they're getting ready to be hurt, they get very scared, they cry, and then they come out fighting. And I think that's what Carol does every time. She's very typical of domestic violence. She starts out being crying and scared, and then something else kind of clicks, and then she comes out fighting, and when she does fight, she's very deadly.
Oh yeah, and it was planned because she had already sung that. You know, we saw her sewing, and we didn't know what it was about. Thought it was just
It was
sewing
more
the
like
theme. But she
Her
put the
crying and all this craziness was more of a,
don't
don't make
wanna
me
kill
do
you.
this.
Yeah,
Don't
I
make
don't
me
wanna
do this.
kill
I'm
you.
gonna do it if I have to, but
But
please
don't
don't.
make me. Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
took.
And she left people alive when she shot, and then she ran.
Yeah.
So I was thinking,
But I don't think she knew that those
Don't
people
leave
were
people
alive. If
alive.
she knew they were alive, she would have gone after them. That's like when she heard the
she
one
didn't
guy.
check.
Well, yeah, she didn't. But I
It's
think
not
it
like
was.
her.
I think it was because of whatever went on with that other guy. You know, she could be wounded, and I think that's probably why she didn't do her rounds. But yeah, she tore him down. She showed up and showed out.
Yes, she did.
As she does.
And I was confused at the beginning. I thought Daryl was looking for her. I thought Daryl left to go after
Yeah,
her.
but no.
Oh.
No.
And,
no.
and instead, he's out looking for Dwight.
Yes, which is the most craziest, ridiculous thing that he could ever do. I was so angry and frustrated. You're going out one person to find a whole group of people that are dangerous and have guns, and you're carrying your crossbow. I don't even think he had a gun.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah,
No
that
gun.
was ridiculous. And then everybody else is saying, oh, we gotta go, which I also thought was ridiculous.
Mhm.
Everyone's
Don't leave.
leaving.
Yes.
No.
And Rick had just told Michonne, I'm not giving this up. I'm gonna keep this safe. This is how we're gonna live now. We got all this, and we know how to take take
Famous
care of it and
last
keep
words.
it.
Yeah.
And then
now,
he just runs off.
Yeah, see, I didn't, yeah. I mean, I was okay with Morgan going,
Yes.
but then he's like,
One
well, I'll
person.
go.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought was
person.
very funny was Tobin.
Didn't go.
Tobin didn't even say or act. But
He knows that he.
But at least pretend like,
No.
he was like, I know me, so I ain't even gonna try to even
I
fake it.
respect that. It's kind of like Eugene too. In the past Eugene, not
Yeah.
Eugene,
Yeah,
where he was
yeah.
like, I don't do that.
But Tobin is your girlfriend, right? Because it seemed like they were living together. Right?
Yeah, but you know what?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
still knows that.
And he knows he couldn't do anything.
And they need
so.
to kill him so that Carol can be with Daryl.
Okay, I don't know why she is still hanging on that pipe.
No.
Well,
And
actually,
what is kind of funny, I think
don't know.
that Rosita
Rosita.
is moving in on
Yes.
him.
On Daryl?
Rosita
Yeah.
was looking at him like that.
They're together too much,
Mhm.
just like Sasha and Abraham were together.
Mhm.
So I think they're
Yeah.
moving Rosita in,
That's
which
what I felt.
I ain't mad at the girl. I'm not
Mhm.
mad at her.
I was like, that's about time. Because why are you looking at these other guys? I mean, come on.
Well, like I say, it takes work. It's gonna take some work
Yeah.
with Daryl. It's not gonna just be, oh, I like it. No,
Mhm.
it's gonna take
Yeah.
some work, and she's putting the work in. So
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But
Oh, but what about Abraham and Sasha
the cute little flirtation kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah,
I like
it.
that.
right in front of Rosita?
And
Now, Sasha didn't see Rosita, is how I felt, although she probably
Well, she-
knew she was there because she was stationed in this
Yeah, and
guard
Rosie.
and she
Well,
was
no, I think she
there.
had to have seen Rosie. She was standing right over
Yeah,
there. She saw
yeah.
Rosie.
Yeah.
But
well, they are cute. And what I like about Abraham and Sasha is they're so cartoon character-ish. They're caricatures of people, which I really like. I like that. That Abraham has the
Yeah, the
the
high
tall
top,
and
yeah.
flat top hair and the long sideburns. I
Yeah.
look at him and just go, he's a comic book character, and I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. I used to
Even
not,
the way he
but I
speaks
really
and
love
all
him
of
now.
that.
Mhm.
Yes.
But yeah, it was. I thought it was
Eugene
cute.
too.
Mhm.
I thought it was cute, that little flirtation. I'm glad they didn't kiss in front of her because
Yeah.
they weren't like flaunting anything.
Well, I think they
but
were
she gave
flaunting a
her
little
the,
bit.
She
There
gave
was-
her the twisted eye.
Yeah, she did.
Well, I see you. I see you.
Because those smiles were awfully big.
Yes, yes.
That's-
It's like,
Mhm. Yeah.
But well, you had them. They don't blame Sasha,
Nope.
But yeah, so I did like that.
Yeah.
So Carol did her thing, shoot 'em up, take off, and then now Rick and Morgan, which I love to see them together and them having conversation. I know that I'm out with Morgan, but I'm less out with him than I was before. I mean, I completely understand his his whole thing with Eastman and how he had to come back in his mind, but I still don't agree with not killing when you were threatened. I don't agree with that at all. And I love when he was telling him, because it made sense. When we're struggling with, who's right and who's wrong, when he said no one's right. There's no right. It's the wrong that you can live with, and that put it in perspective.
And just try to stay human. Maintain your humanity.
Right.
Well, but I think with Morgan, having Rick think, I think what's difficult about that is that if you hesitate for a moment, you could end up all of you dead. So I'm concerned that Morgan is making all of them think twice about killing. Although I would think that that's a good thing to do, but in this world, it's not a good thing to do. And if Maggie and Carol had thought twice, they did think twice. But if they hesitated at all about killing those women, they'd be dead.
Yeah, more than likely they would.
Yeah.
And again with Morgan, like I said, I'm kind of changing my view of just being done with him, because what he's saying does make a lot of sense. When you look at Rick, when they were at the barn, and this one guy they didn't know anything about, Rick was getting ready to shoot him. He didn't know anything about him. This guy was not threatening. He was just, I'm looking for my horse, I just want to leave, and he was going to shoot him. So no, you shouldn't be doing that. So I get that part of it. You shouldn't be just killing people because you see them and you don't know who they are.
He wasn't looking for his horse. He's going to kill him.
No, I think
he's going to kill somebody.
You know
the guy that was looking for his horse, he is going to kill somebody. It's the butterfly effect. If you don't do what you need to do, it's critical, because that's why they're having trouble with Dwight. They're having trouble with Dwight. Dwight is going to kill a lot of people.
Well, yes, he is. But with that one guy, and people that read the comic, I believe just from what he was wearing, I think he's from another community. I mean, people, I don't know if it's spoiling for people who haven't read the comic, but anyway.
And I haven't read the comic.
It's maybe not.
He's a part of another community.
I think my perspective is different.
But I don't see that. I did not see that person. Even if he was part of any other group that may be threatening, he wasn't threatening at that moment, and they they didn't have any reason to be shooting that man.
But he should have stopped.
He was running away. The man was running. What is his
Shoot
name?
him in the back as he's
Morgan.
running away.
Morgan had to move him out of the way. He was shooting the man was running away. So that part I agree with Morgan. Okay, y'all need to reel it back. You need to reel it back, because that's out of control killing there. But killing when you're threatened, you gotta kill people. That just is common sense. But so I like that interchange between Rick and Morgan, and I like at the end when he said he dimed out Michonne. He said that she did take that protein bar. And what's funny is that Morgan was like, "Yeah, I know," because he didn't think about you lying. Yeah, I know you took that. So I thought that was funny. But I love their relationship.
They do have a good relationship, and they kind of balance each other out, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, because you need that.
I think right now what's strong about the cast and the whole show right now is there's so many really strong personalities. I don't want to lose any of them, really, because I love all of them for their different, even Eugene, who's hard to love, even the pastor.
Well, see, I'm all about Pastor Gabriel now. I mean, he's fully redeemed.
I don't totally trust him.
I do.
I think he's weak. But I like him a lot more than I did. I mean, before I was like, any opportunity, y'all need to kill him.
Yeah, I want
kill
him dead too.
Just kill him. But now I'm like, well, maybe he'll save somebody's life.
Yeah.
He did help with Judith.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable with that at all, but
he did.
He did.
He did.
So
yeah.
I guess what was really difficult for me in this particular episode, knowing that next week is our last chance to know what happened from this episode. I mean, I'm concerned that next week they won't address any of that stuff. They'll be walking, doing something else.
But I think they will have to, maybe not each and every little thing, but they will have to at least touch on some of it. And it's 90 minutes, so they're going to have enough time.
90 minutes is better.
But what I want to know who the lineup is, and it looks like now we have Michonne and Glenn are captured.
In trouble.
And you have, and
Daryl and
and I don't even want to talk about the Daryl
Rosita.
because
Daryl's dead. I'm gonna put it out there.
he is not.
Daryl
And if
is
Dwight,
dead.
No, he is not dead, and I'm not going to accept it. And I think maybe a walker was walking by, and Dwight shot the walker. He was standing beside Daryl,
I mean,
and
that's the kind
where
of stuff that they
came.
would do. That's the kind of stuff they would do because they don't show it. You just hear
Daryl
it.
is not.
He's dead.
Daryl's
And I'll tell you
not
why
dead.
he's dead.
No, he's
Because
not.
in the after show, the Dead Talkers or whatever, they were saying, oh, you know, it's just a flesh wound. He's towards his shoulder. Why would they say that unless Daryl's dead?
Daryl
They're
is
always throwing
not
us
dead.
in the wrong direction.
There is
And so
no
I'm
way.
very concerned.
Because if
that
Dwight
Daryl's
has
dead.
harmed a hair on that, Daryl
She
is
will
not
dress like
dead.
Michonne and she'll comfort him. Just so you know.
Daryl is not dead. That's not even an adequate death for someone like Daryl.
That would be
He
sad.
needs to be
Just a
killed
would
in the
be
most
bad.
brutal way.
Yeah.
There is no way he's dead. The fact that he shot him is bothering me, but
Mhm.
he's not dead. I'm not believing.
I would
he's dead.
expect the big characters to have more fancier deaths.
Well, they
than
need to
that.
have a death worthy.
Fancier death.
Yes, yes.
Fancy, but I want it to be brutal and.
Well, you know,
She wants to see something elaborate.
and when I say fancy,
elaborate.
I even like the arrow through the eye. That to me is fancy enough.
Not for a main character. That was good for Denise, but that no, they need to be ripped to shreds like Noah.
Denise was such a sweet,
Yeah.
gentle character.
Yeah, so that was good for her.
That
She
was-
quietly went out.
I don't know if you could call that good.
Well, it was good
I
enough
like
for
it.
her. Yeah, it was good enough death for her. But,
Let's kill them all. Let's do it brutal and fancy.
well, it's got to be as brutal as it can get, and be allowed to be
Oh,
on
goodness.
TV.
It
Okay.
can't be that quick and
No. It's
And
got to be
without-
agonizing.
without any, I don't know.
It's got to be brutal.
What has this show done to us? That's all I can say.
I think I came in with. I think I brought some of this to the table.
Yeah.
But anywho, so we don't know who's gonna get, because we all know that someone's gonna meet up with Lucille. I mean, you guys know who Lucille is. So, and some of the promos is showing Negan. We've seen Negan.
Wait, she doesn't
Y'all know who
know.
Lucille is?
No.
Because she hasn't read
I
the
don't read the
comics.
comics.
But it's been, people have been talking about
totally-
Lucille and
Yeah.
Negan and all
I know who Negan is because somebody spilled the beans about Negan, but
somebody.
and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which is my daughter's all-time favorite
And
actor
he's
because
Negan.
he's from the Supernatural and
Yes,
he's
he
the
is.
father, and
Yeah.
you know I did watch those episodes
Yeah.
years ago, and yeah, he's a cutie.
Yeah.
But I have to say, to see him as a bad guy is going to be hard for me because I see him as a total hero type. So I don't know if they're going to bring him in as this good guy and an
No,
alternative
they can't
Rick
do
to
that.
Rick.
No.
Because if they did that, I would almost want to switch sides.
Okay,
So
well,
cute.
There's nothing good
No.
about Negan.
But wait a minute.
Wow.
Because we read the comics, we have an upper hand on that because
Yeah.
we're looking at it totally different.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to read the comics and then get back,
Or
or
I'll
not.
just stumble along and be surprised.
Yeah.
But like,
But anyway, there's going to be some major deaths, and I think it's going to be more than one, perhaps two, maybe three. They might get
Yeah.
us to three. But I'm thinking maybe I used to have in my head who I thought it was going to be, but I'm thinking that
who did you think
Michonne.
was gonna be?
I thought for sure Glenn
Yeah.
and Abraham. I thought for sure,
Yes.
no question, no doubt. But now
I
I'm
feel like
thinking,
Eugene's gonna have to stick with it for a while.
oh yeah,
Like they
Eugene's
can't
not
kill him
dying.
off yet.
But I'm thinking now that maybe Michonne is thrown in there because of what happened last night. So
Mhm.
now you got Rosita also.
Well, it
Carol
makes
could be dead
sense.
too.
It would make sense because
she
Rick is
could be.
deaf for every woman he's been involved with.
So,
So
Michonne could
Michonne could
potentially.
be-
She's in there now. She's
yeah, she's in the
the
danger
running.
zone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So it could be her. It
and we don't
could
know
be
what's
Glenn.
going
It
on.
could be Daryl.
You know what? Daryl's gonna be fine because.
And I think it'll be a few other lesser characters than
Oh, yeah.
those.
Mhm.
I'm not even
Those
counting
major
them. For
characters.
sure, some lesser ones are gonna.
The
go
only
down.
thing I'm sure is it's not Rick
No, it's not Rick. And it's not
No.
Carl.
because Rick's asleep.
It's not Rick or Carl.
Mhm.
But anybody else is fair game.
Mhm.
which is, and I'm glad kind of that. I mean, even though I read the comic, I know some things that may happen, but they've switched it so much.
They have.
Then you have no idea at this
Yeah.
point. It's going to be a
Yeah.
surprise to everyone.
Mhm.
But I hope it's not. You know what? If it's Daryl or Michonne, if it's Daryl or Michonne, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to reconcile with that.
We're gonna have to take her out to dinner and buy her flowers.
I don't think that's going to work.
No.
But anywho, so what is I don't know, what is there anything else that
No, we're just
we
ready
talked
for
about
next
the
week.
baby?
Next week, are we gonna do the reaction videos during the final?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna hope to get together and watch it together and do a reaction video
Yes.
as we watch,
And we'll get to see.
so that I can say, see, I didn't read the comics and I knew what was gonna happen, and you all got misled. Horribly misled.
Okay, or I will say, I told you. But
And I'm just gonna go.
And she would.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It'll be fun whatever happens.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
It's always just great fun.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
okay, so
Can't wait for the next
Can't wait.
episode.
Well,
Well, can't wait, and also it is what do you call it? I can't wait, but I
Because of the sadness of it being the last.
Yes, bittersweet.
Yes.
Bittersweet.
But we have been talking about doing
Oh, we are
videos
doing
on
Fear.
Fear of the Walking
Yeah.
Dead, so
And it's starting a week after, so
Yeah.
we'll
Yes.
pick it up.
Mhm.
But okay,
see,
so
I'm not there yet. Fear the Walking Dead hasn't.
Well, I'm
captured
gonna
me.
say right now that is definitely not as exciting to me.
not
but
yet, but we don't know what's
you know, I'm
to come.
hoping
Yeah.
that it's gonna
Yeah.
become
Yeah.
an exciting show
Right.
also.
But okay, so if
See you then.
Well,
So if you like the video,
give us
give
a
us a thumbs up.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe and share. And until next time,
Bye.
Bye.